Welcome to part 2 of this cheap fly adventure to Albania. I continue where part 1 left off, so I'm currently in the second city, which is more of a town, of Durrës. Let's now go to the next shopping centre and go and explore it. On the outside, this shopping centre looks quite posh. On the inside, it's not very posh at all. The main lifts of this shopping centre are these generic-y things. 2 lifts are not a set. Be honest, they're not very interesting at all because they're just cheap, generic, weird shit. But this shopping centre has a very interesting service lift. Let's take a look at it.
Fucking dodgy, this thing. How do you get stuck at floor 2? 3, 2 is 1, and about 3 is ground. You can't get stuck at floor 2. So we can if you do the other method. Stopping now. No sensor, fuck! Slows down so early. So stop button. See if the stop button will stop me at floor 2. That's a very gentle stop. Weird as fuck. That lift had no way to get a stop at floor 2 apart from emergency stopping.
So then, now we go to a tower block. The lifts in this tower block have been replaced with some very cheap generic lifts which go very slow for a number of floors.
Imagine if this was your lift you had to every day up to your flat. It's so slow.
And so far, every lift motor I've tried to get to in Albania, I managed to get to. Like this place, the motor room's just left unlocked. Am I missing something here? There's one PLC for 2 lifts. Oh dear. And by the way, this is not a Mitsubishi lift logic, despite the fact it's a Mitsubishi PLC, because obviously Mitsubishi lift logics are not PLC based. I didn't actually realise I was recording at this point, but this here's climbing up a lift door to reach the roller to escape a dodgy lift that doesn't drive on inspection. And now we go to an Albania speciality. Buildings that have not finished being built, and in the case of this building, it hasn't even reached full height. Yet on the lower floors, the building is already lived in. This is very weird.
Look at this building, construction's not finished. That is a building site. That is definitely a building site there, it's not finished. But downstairs, they've already opened it. Building's already opened despite not being finished. What the fuck? Let's have a look. Look, it definitely is people living in those lower floors. Look, aerial's got washing out. At the top it's a building site. What the fuck? This is weird. Weird as fuck. Doesn't work. I don't think all these floors exist yet, do they? We'll find out. Doesn't exist, hasn't been built. Hasn't been built. Hasn't been built. There's a 2 surely. It went up to 8. Doesn't need a key.
I'm actually now thinking it's not a lift needed a key, but just that a lift was being very temperamental. Sadly, I was not able to get up this building, which is disappointing as I really wanted to explore it.
That's all lived in. That's living up to there, and up to that. That's a building site. The top, it's a concrete factory, not just building site. They're still pouring concrete on that top bit.
And looking back, I really don't think there was any construction work going on. It's like they've given up completing this building despite it not being at full height. Yet the lower floors are occupied. Is this so odd? And now we go along to the train station at Durrës. This here is the main ticket hall of the station, and this actually looks like it's in perfect condition. Look out the window and you can see where the train tracks were have all been dug up. It seems like they are doing works here to try and restore the railway, except no works are going on at the moment. It seems that the works have grinded to a halt. And to be honest, with how much they've allowed these railways to deteriorate, it would now be a lot of work for them to be able to restore them. So then, now I get on a local bus to the outskirts of Durrës. The local buses run very infrequent here, which means that the buses are very overcrowded. So overcrowded that not everyone waiting could squeeze onto this bus. So then, here I am at the end of the bus route, where there is a shopping centre. This shopping centre is in a pretty bad state. Only a couple of the shops are open. The shopping centre looked like it was intended to be a fairly posh shopping centre, but the shopping centre has become very run down. Along to the lifts, and these appear to be public lifts that you can go in. They're not locked off. You can go in a lift, press the button for the top floor like it's going to a public area. Well, let's just take a look at what's up there. Shaft. Don't build these lifts very well. Floor 2. And here I'm at the top floor of this lift. This floor looks like it's abandoned. It looks like it was never finished being built. Let's now walk up the stairs and take a look at the lift motor room. Well, saying motor room, there is no motor room because the motors are just at the top of the staircase. And to be clear, I'm not going through any staff only doors. I'm not going past any staff only signs here. It seems to be I'm just walking up a public staircase and the motors are at the top of the stairs where anyone could touch your motors, which is not very safe. This is crazy. This is crazy. How'd you get to those cabinets? The cabinets are there, but no matter, you have to step across behind and risk falling down the shaft. Or step across from here on a ladder, or just step across the balustrade to get to that cabinet. That's not health and safety compliant. The lack of health and safety in this shopping centre really made me laugh. I've not seen anywhere quite as bad as this before. And just take a look at these handrails on the stairs. They are very wobbly.
Oh my days. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
So let's take a look around the top floor of this shopping centre and along to the next lift. And this lift looks like it was meant to be a glass lift with glass panels around it, yet there's no glass where the glass should be. There's nothing to stop you reaching right into the lift shaft or even stepping into the lift shaft and falling down. This seems very dodgy. This lift goes up to another floor, so let's walk up the stairs and see what's on the top floor of this lift. And as we can see, health and safety is not a priority here. There's nothing protecting this lift. You could just easily fall down the lift shaft. This is so dodgy.
Fuck, it's water dripping out of motor room down a lift shaft. Look at that, you would not be allowed to in England. Not be allowed in England.
So then I now leave the shopping centre and I'm currently near the resorts area of Durrës. So let's go and take a look at the beach resorts. The beach resort area looks like this. Let's take a look at the beaches. And these beaches look a bit run down really, considering that I'm used to Spain and how spectacular the beach resorts are there. This beach resort area in Albania seemed a bit run down to me. Let's take a look at one of the beach resorts. This resort was closed as it's out of season, and let's just take a look at the swimming pool, which currently has no water in it. Notice this wooden platform they've built into the swimming pool. When the swimming pool has water in, this wooden platform would be below the waterline. They've built this to make a shallow area to the swimming pool, and this just seems really dodgy to me, because wood is not designed to be underwater. It would rot away, and as well as that, it's possible to swim underneath a wooden platform, which could put someone in danger. So then, now we go along to this building. Another building where the lower floors are currently occupied, but the upper floors are unfinished. On this particular building, it doesn't seem like it's a building site. It seems like they didn't manage to finish the building and gave up on it, leaving the upper floors abandoned and unfinished, and the lower floors active. I wouldn't want to live in a building like this. I just don't understand why Albania has so many unfinished buildings which are lived in. I had a look inside of this building. I managed to call one of the lifts, but a lift refused to move, and sadly because of the lack of people flow at this time of year, I was not able to look around this building.
Oh dear. Well, that's not level. Let's see, 15. No, 14. No. Fucking hell, it's dark in here. 12, 11, 10, 9. Why is it able to even zeros disabled? And then to open the door, you've got a sensor, so you just go. It opens it and back shut.
Now we go to the next beach resort. This is the only beach resort I found which is actually still open. This is what the swimming pool looks like, and this one looks quite reasonable. Sadly though, I wasn't able to explore any further into this resort as there was quite a few staff around that were really checking up on who was going in, and they spotted me. So then, nearby to this beach resort area, there is a railway station. Let's go and take a look at it. On Open Street Maps, it shows there being a station here, yet I couldn't see any sign of a platform. Maybe there is no platform, maybe people just got off the train onto the grass verge, I actually don't know, but there's no signs of a station, and we can see how overgrown the railway is here.
There's actually meant to be a station here on the map. I don't know how people got off the train, there's no sign of any platform, do people just step onto the grass, sorry? It's a weird, how's that a station? Like, there is a bridge, I guess. You have to step off your train onto the grass and over the bridge.
So then, back along to where the bus dropped me off, and there's actually an out-of-town bus station here. This is a small bus station with buses running from Durrës to some of the local villages. These are all very small buses and looked fun to go on, but it's now 3:30 in the afternoon, which is when the last buses depart from this bus station. How can the bus service finish this early? That's ridiculous. Sadly, I wasn't able to get on these buses because I could get on a bus, but then I'd be trapped in the village. I wouldn't be able to get back again. So then, one thing you see a lot in Durrës is abandoned buildings. Loads and loads of unfinished buildings that were never completed and went abandoned. There are loads of these. There's no point looking around all of them because they're not really that interesting, so they're just trashed, empty buildings which aren't really good enough for my videos. But let's have a very quick look at one of these buildings just so you get an idea of what these buildings are like. The building is falling apart, there's water dripping everywhere, it stinks of poo, and going around this building I actually counted 3 separate human poos in the building, which is disgusting.
Trashed bando. Stinks as well. A fresh poo I just walked past, so people do come in here.
And here I am on the roof of the building.
There's no lift in it. Oh well, that's boring. Some motor room? Nah, it's a little room. Well, that was less interesting than I thought.
So then, I now return back to Tirana, the capital of Albania. Let's now take a look at my hotel room. It is a very basic hotel room. It costs just £10 a night. There's 2 beds in this room, but only one of the 2 beds is made up since I only paid for a 1 bed. The room is a bit in a poor state, but that is good enough. So then, as I've tried some long distance buses from the North bus station, let's try some long distance buses from the South bus station. Although saying South, this bus station is actually called the East bus station, even though it's down south of the city, I don't quite get that. Unlike the North bus station, which there's not much to it, this East bus station is actually the more conventional looking bus station. It even has a shopping centre incorporated into it. This is the 3rd and final modern shopping centre in Albania. This shopping centre is very nice and it's got a glass Schindler 5500 lift. along to the next lift, which is a Schindler 5400, which is an older generation of lift. So then, let's now get on a long distance bus down to a village down south of Tirana. Let's see where I'll end up. Now on these buses you can either pay in euro or in the local Albanian currency. Although unlike the supermarkets, if you choose to pay in euro on the buses, you are not given change. Now the bus I went on cost 180 Albanian or €1.80, which comes to £1.48, which is a reasonable price considering I went 25 miles on this bus. And I actually paid in euro, meaning I had to spend €2 as they don't give change. Why would I do that, since that's more expensive? Well, you can actually get Albanian change from a supermarket when you pay in euro, but when I don't have any Albanian change, why did I simply just draw it out from a cash machine? Well, this cash machine charges 800 as a transaction fee. That's €8 or £6.58 just to withdraw cash, and that charge is on top of the value you're withdrawing. That is disgusting. So then, here I am at the end of the bus loop. Let's take a look around this village and let's go to the train station. This is the most intact train station that I managed to find in Albania. It's even got some abandoned trains parked here. Let's take a look around this disused station.
Not much is going on here. All the signals are lacking lights. It's where all the signals have holes in where the lights are meant to be. This is messed up. A very screwed up railway. Shame, I'd like to have gone on this, but I was too late. I shut it down before I got here. It got so bad they couldn't run their trains anymore. It's a shame. I would like to have seen more of this. It looks so interesting. Can I go in? Oh, I can go in.
And let's go on to the trains.
Our floor's rotting away. Been graphed up quite badly. And there's just a basic little train out here, and the back door's not even shut. And it's a wet day today. We're on the railways of Albania. This is bad. And there's a bando over here. Let's have a quick look at bando. And notice that all of the signals have their lights missing. So signals just a metal with holes where the lights were, and all of the signals. Sure, there's no dogs. It's a fucking stray dog problem over here. Oh, there's a little travelling crane there. This is the engine shed. That's pretty fucked.
I feel it's a real shame that railways in Albania were allowed to deteriorate to a point they went abandoned. If you look at YouTube, there's actually some footage of the railways shortly before they were abandoned, and they deteriorated to a very bad state. How could a country lose their entire railways like this? It is very depressing.
That looks rusty.
I'm walking down the tracks a bit. Notice that already people are extending their businesses onto the railway tracks because it's been disused for this long. Let's now take a look at a small residential building. Sadly, this building does not have a lift, but just take a look at how run down this building is.
No lift or anything.
And now let's take a look at the fruit market in the centre of this village. This market's got lots of fruits, lots of nuts, olives and other sorts of things. It is a very busy market. Another interesting thing about this village is there's also a bus service from this village to the neighbouring village, but this bus service doesn't start from the main bus stop. In fact, it just starts on the roadside from a random bit of road and you wouldn't even think was a bus stop. So unless you have local knowledge, you literally would not know where to go to pick up the bus. Also, notice the type of vehicle being used as a bus. It is a Mercedes minibus. It's like one of those little minibus things, not a proper public service vehicle. And that really shows you the state of the bus service. And now I go to a lift in a tower block. Well, this lift didn't go up the tower block, it just went up to a little shop at the bottom of the tower block. This lift is a very cheap lift.
Oh dear, this is crap. Look at indicator. Oh, it's bad. Where's this going? Terrible levelling, come on.
So then, now I get on the bus back to Tirana.